Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jack. I just punched myself. This is JTH Books and it is time for the reading vlog where I read the book that you voted for. Friends, for this month's vote, you had the choice between The Waves by Virginia Woolf or Love in the Big City by Sang-Yeon Park, translated by Anton Hur. And the winner was... I'm pretty sure I just sang a Strictly Come theme tune dancing. It was Love in the Big City by Sang-Yeon Park. One, I'm very grateful to you all because this is on my 24 books for 2024, which, as you know, I'm very behind on. So I'm really grateful. You're going to help me out. And I've wanted to read this for so long. As soon as I found out about it, I said, get in my hands. I actually have 2 copies of it. I have the US edition and the UK edition. And I just wanted to read it. It's a 5-star prediction. I actually want to love it so much, I'm a bit scared to read it. So you are forcing me to do that, but I am still grateful. And I'm so excited. I am scared, yet excited. But it is Monday morning, and I thought, what better time to start this? But I might not get much reading done today because I am going to London today. I am going to see the Disney 100. I want to say expedition, but it's not. It's an exhibition. I struggle to say that word. Don't ask me why. And I'm going with my cousin, and so you know, I'm probably not going to get to read much. Although I did say to her, like, are you gonna play your music, like, you listen to your headphones? And she was like, maybe on the way back when my social battery dies. And I thought, wow, we are related because I haven't got much of a social battery either. So I said, I'll bring my book. So I might get to read some on the way home, but I'm going to take the paperback because it's just, you know, I need more in my bag. A bit less. It's just a bit less. It's a bit less for me to carry, let's be honest. And so let's find out what it is about. Well, let's remind you because you voted for it, so you obviously want to know what it's about. Young is a cynical yet fun-loving Korean student who pimples from home to class to the beds of recent Tinder matches. He and Jae-hee, his female best friend and roommate, frequent nearby bars where they suppress their anxieties about their love lives, families and money with rounds of soju and freezer-chilled Marlboro Reds. I mean, social anxiety, a manual about your love life. Hello, it's me. So, let's start it together. Then I'm going to finish getting ready because I'm running behind. My cousin's going to be here any second. And I'm not ready. So let's start it together. I have just finished reading The Women's Prize for fiction, and the video will be linked down below. Please go watch it. But I feel like all I've done is like, let's read it together. Let's start it together. You're probably sick of me reading at you, but it's not stopping. I took the elevator to the 3rd floor of the hotel and went into the Emerald Hall. Had she said the guest list was 400 people, it looked a lot more than that. I sat down in my designated seat and looked around the table. My cohort of French majors, all of us aging at different speeds. I'm ready. I'm not gonna judge it too much on that. You know, it's just getting going. But let's read this. Let's film some clips in London, and I'll speak to you when I have a bit of an update on the book. Good morning. It is the day after. I'm very tired. I didn't get home late. I got home, but it was a long day. It was a long day. The exhibition was actually really fantastic. You saw like one little clip and a little clip of me book shopping, which is the wrong way around, but my cousin filmed it. What can you do? It was just a great day. We had such a fantastic day. I'll insert some pictures here of me with things because, you know, I'm cute. But we just had a fantastic day. It was sort of a really, I think it was much better than we thought it was going to be. It was just a look at sort of the history and animation and filmmaking and music and the future. It was just really brilliant. And I only nearly cried once, which I'm going to take as a win. I am going to take as a win. I only nearly cried when I saw the sort of the necklace from Star Wars, and it said used by Carrie Fisher, and I was like, I'm going to cry. And when I told my sister that story, I said, yeah, we saw like a necklace used by Carrie Fisher, and she went, oh dear, did you cry? And I was like, yeah, nearly, basically. I just love Carrie Fisher. I love Carrie Fisher. I love Princess Leia, and I love Carrie Fisher. I think she was so intelligent and so funny and witty, and I loved her. You don't need to hear about this, but I do. I love her. However, I'm not loving. I only read like. Well, I didn't get to chapter 2. I was reading it on the train. My cousin was playing some word game on her phone, and I read this, but I thought, I will fall asleep, and I didn't want to do that, so I stopped reading. And I didn't really read much when I got in last night because I watched YouTube. So far, we are following Young, and he's basically just talking about the beginning of his friendship with Jae-hee and how they have gone from their sort of nights out, sleeping with men, to she is now getting married and he can't quite wrap his head around it. That's literally as far as I got. It was like 15 pages, so... But I am excited to read it. I was enjoying the writing style. It felt very modern. It felt very fresh. So I'm excited to carry on. But do you want a book haul? Because bookshops, I entered them. Would you like one? I know you do, so let's quickly do one. But do you want a book haul? Because there were bookshops and I entered them. Come on. I know you want one. I know you do. So let's quickly have a look. Waterstones. So, first up, I brought The Fellowship of the Puzzle Makers by Samuel Were. Now, when I was in the bookshop, I put up a little story on Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, anyway, it's all linked down below. And I said, somebody recommend me a brilliant book to read. And the author was like, you should buy my book. And I said, sir, I already have. So, I'm very excited for this one. Look, stunning. Can you see me? I don't know what's happened to me. It's because I'm tired this morning, so I feel sorry for anyone that's got to encounter me at work. He might be 25 years old, but he dresses like your granddad and drinks sherry like your aunt. Abandoned at birth on the steps of the Fellowship of the Puzzle Makers, he was raised by the sharpest minds in the British Isles and finds himself among the last survivors of a fading institution. When the esteemed crossword compiler Pippa Allsbrook passes away, she bestows her final puzzle to him, a promise to reveal the mystery of his life, of his parentage, and prepare him for his future. Yet as Clay begins to unpack the clues, he uncovers something even the Fellowship have never been able to solve, and it's a secret that will change everything. I think that sounds brilliant. I think it sounds fun. So you're probably thinking, it's not usual style, but I'm going to give it a go. I also brought The Diaries of Mr. Lucas, Notes from a Lost Gay Life by Hugo Greenock. Oh, sorry about everything today. Let's see. For nearly 60 years, Mr. George Lucas, not the Star Wars man, not the Carrie Fisher man, led a double life. A mild-mannered civil servant by day, by night he was a fixture of London's colourful underground gay scene, a twilight world of petty crime, louche pubs and public toilets. He was also an obsessive diary writer. Beginning in the early 60s, Mr. Lucas had a passionate and fraught affair with a rent boy associate of the Cray twins known as Irish Peter, one of the many men Mr. Lucas paid for sex. I didn't read the blurb, I'm not going to lie. I wish I hadn't read it out to you as well. Together, Irish Peter and Mr. Lucas represent the spectrum of gay criminality prior to the partial decriminalisation of gay sex in 1967. Although, I think that sounds interesting. I am into that. I like that. Oh, pardon? Okay, let's go on. And then I went to Foyles. I actually visited 2 bookshops. I couldn't do that to my cousin. She was just sort of walking around aimlessly. Then I made her take tourist photos in front of, like, fountains and Big Ben. And she was like, stop. Then we sat in a park and I got attacked by so many birds. It was strange. Anyway, then I brought Ours by Philip B. Williams. When am I ever going to read this? It's so big, but it does sound brilliant. In the mid-1800s, a fearsome and powerful conjure woman named Saint annihilates plantations in the south to rescue the enslaved. She brings those she has freed to a haven of her own creation, a town magically concealed from outsiders named Ours. In this miraculous place, a community takes root where the people may flourish, but although Saint does her best to protect inhabitants, her conjuring and memories begin to betray her, leaving the town vulnerable to intrusions by newcomers with powers of their own. As cracks in Saint's creations are exposed, some begin to wonder whether the safety and freedom of Ours might be yet another form of bondage. I think that really does sound... It's got the smallest font you've ever seen. Oh my goodness, it's so small. But it does sound brilliant. I'm very, very excited to do it. As soon as I heard about it, I wanted it. So Then I brought sort of like a classic, a bit of a modern classic, like, you know, just sort of one that's, it is The Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan. Now, just one I wanted to read. And I like when I go in a bookshop and there's books I've heard about for ages and I just suddenly see them there, I'd always take it as a sign, so I pick it up. Is that just an excuse to buy things? Probably. In 1949, 4 Chinese women, recent immigrants to San Francisco, meet weekly to play mahjong and tell stories of what they left behind in China. United in loss and new hope for their daughters' futures, they call themselves the Joy Luck Club. Their daughters, who have never heard these stories, think their mother's advice is irrelevant to their modern American lives, until their own inner circles reveal how much they've unknowingly inherited of their mother's pasts. I'm very excited for this one. I think I'm going to really love it. Then I brought Sluts. Sluts are in season, but edited by... Then I brought Sluts. Okay, we'll leave it at that, shall we? This is sort of a anthology of writing. We'll leave it at that. But it's from Cyber Press, independent queer publisher. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So I'm very excited for this one. But again, I bought a few chunky books, didn't I? But now I'm going to go to work. If I do any baking, I'll show you. And then what we do, I'll check in with you when I've read a bit more, which I will tonight because I'm not doing anything. I'll be asleep by 7:30. Hello friends, it's Thursday. I didn't update you yesterday. And I'm sorry about that. I haven't, I've been reading it since Monday and I'm still not at page 100. I went out for dinner last night. I'm out for dinner tonight, so I don't know how much I'm going to get read. But basically we are following Young, is that his name? Young, and so far the first chapter was about his friendship with Jae and how it's changed since she has got engaged and got married, and how she was sort of his confidant and his, just his partner, and that's changed now. And now in the second chapter, we're finding out that his mother is unwell. We're finding out that he has had his diary sent to him from his ex-boyfriend, who maybe is not that nice to him, but wants to see him again. And that's where I'm at. He's sort of deciding whether to go see him again or not. I'm enjoying it. It's, it feels really sort of like modern and sort of fresh, but I love it. I want more Korean fiction that I want to read. I just feel like I'm going to sit down and read now and get a huge chunk before I go. That's my plan. And then, I just feel like I'm not even far enough in to really sort of be like, I really love it. So that's no one's fault but my own. But it's not like a 5-star yet, which if it's not, I probably will just give up reading forever. So let's hope it is a 5-star. I didn't really read again yesterday. It's Friday. Hi. I just went around my friends for a nice dinner. We just had a nice chat, and his kid read me some of his book. Oh, it was so sweet. But I just haven't read, so I have nothing to update you on. I'm quite sorry, but I'll get there. I reckon it's Friday. By tomorrow morning, I'll have it finished. That's what I think. It's not going to happen, but it might. So, I'm at work. It's like 11 o'clock. I've snuck away. I'm down the way. If anyone comes in, I will cry. I will absolutely cry because I'll be caught and it'll be embarrassing. Also, there's people there. See, I nearly got caught. Also, don't look at my face. It's red. It's dry. I'm ugly. Let's just move on. I'm trying to deal with it. I am now halfway through this book. Now, last time I spoke to you about this book, I said that he just got sent the diary pages and he asked him to meet his ex-boyfriend. After that, basically, it's gone back in time to sort of the beginning of their relationship, them sort of falling for each other. I use that term loosely because it's a very fraught relationship that they have. He has a fraught relationship with his mother. He has a fraught relationship with the boyfriend. The boyfriend is dealing with a lot of sort of internalized homophobia, and it's really interesting to read. Do you know what I really like about this book? It is full of melancholy, and I love that. It's just tinged with it. Everything is tinged with it. How Young thinks about himself, how he thinks about his relationship. He's sort of like obsessed with this man, and in love with him, but the man treats him quite badly and treats himself badly, and you know, it's a very complicated relationship. And I just feel so deeply for it. I love it. I love the relationship. It just feels, it's just full of melancholy, which I love. I love to be sad. That's not great for me or my mental health, but it's fine. So yeah, I'm really actually loving it. Don't judge me. I'm watching Bridgerton, and I started on season 3, not season 1, because I just feel like Penelope, she's for us. She's it. She's the one. But I just want to show you the Golden Apple Glow. Look at it. It's my favourite thing. Look how beautiful it makes my books and shelves look. I know. I'm going to watch this episode, eat some dinner, then I'm going to read, okay? It is Monday morning and I have finished this book, Love in the Big City by Sang-Yeon Park, translated by Anton He. And I think I'm going to give it a 4-star. It's told in sort of 4 sort of almost different stories that interconnect about Young's life. It's, like I said, it's filled with melancholy, it's tinged with sadness, it's what I love. Like, sort of the second half is just him sort of maybe thinking like, as a reader, you think he's found the relationship you want him to have, but he doesn't. But it somehow is still romantic. I love the way this character loves people. I love the way he writes about love. I love the way he writes about sadness. Oh, why do I love a sad book? I wish I didn't, but I really do. It was just quite glorious. It's not a 5-star like I thought it was going to be. It's not, but it is a 4-star. I'm so glad I finally read it. Which again, thanks for voting. Yeah, it's just a really sort of enjoyable look. I just love the way he writes. I think there are some really beautiful passages in it, and I want more from this writer. I will gladly read what he reads next. Maybe I think I would have just liked maybe a bit more of like a linear story, or more of sort of a cohesive novel. Maybe I would love to read that. I would love him to write sort of like an epic 500-page book, because I'll be reading it. But I want to thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for voting. You know I appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm looking forward to the next vote, to the next book I read because of you. So feel free to like and subscribe, and I'm going to speak to you all really, really soon.